Welcome back to the Chef Joseph's Kick Sauce and Entrepreneurs channel. The Chef Joseph's Kick Sauce and Entrepreneurs channel. Basically, I just wanted to take a minute to talk to you all today. There's a couple things I want to discuss. You know, one, getting out in nature is a beautiful thing, and I just want to drop a line on y'all to tell you about success, or what is perceived to be success. The things that you will go through, the things you have to endure, it is like, man, it's a hell of a trade-off. When I look back on this journey, there was a time I was sitting in my mother's bedroom, where I had my own bedroom, in front of a coffee table and a chair and a notepad and a pen. And basically, I was visualizing my way to success is what I was doing. And for those of you all who have dreams, one of the things I've learned is that even though you're not there, act like you're there. Set you up a desk, set you up a tablet, everything you need, like basically a mini office, to prepare yourself. I went through a lot in my life, right? A whole lot. Those of you all who know me know some of the things I went through. We all go through something. That's the next thing. So do not let your past define you what anyone thinks, because the Most High is a redeemer. At this point of where I am in my successful journey, this is not based on the merit of what people think. It's where I started a journey and visualized my way to where I am today. And what came along with that. For all you Christians out there, I will say, respectfully, or believers, to say it that way, my mentor told me something. He said, faith without works is dead. Which means faith has a job too. Faith is even working. So what is your excuse? But yeah, I went through this whole thing for real, and it was not an easy situation for me. What I did by donating plasma. I did it without bank loans. I did it by being fired from 11 jobs. 11. Again, not because I was a bad person, not because I was late, not because none of that. It was just the light that was in me. And when I think back now, when I read some of the news articles and things that came up about me, it was one in particular that brought tears to my eyes. And what he said was, the guy was like, I remember him because he used to work at a cable company. And he said he wasn't there long because they fired him. And he was saying how, he said, yeah, he was quiet, but he was always persistent. And he always talked about his hot sauce or his kick sauce. And he said, when I was in the bathroom this morning and I read the tabloids, he said his jaw dropped. He couldn't believe it. I look at what I had to put in to go through this. I look at everything that I went through. I went through a child's mother falsely accusing me. I went through homelessness. I went from, everything, that could have literally have been sent to destroy me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a phenomenal person. But you know what I did? I used all of that negativity and I went inward to build. I went inward to build. And I went through something what they call the night of the dark soul. To those of you who know, you know. That is when you peel off all the layers. It'll be in my book, by the way. And I'm talking about get alone. No cell phone, no TV, no cable, no nothing. I'm talking about when you're left to face you in the mirror. Man, all I can tell you is I stripped all the way down. And I'm not talking about stripped down before the Lord. No, no. I'm talking about looking inward with prayer as well, because I'm a believer. But those of you know how religion has been given to people for certain things and control systems, etc. But yes, I'm very spiritual, very connected. And I'm going to say this, because what has been built, I didn't do it on my own strength. You know what I'm saying? I had the help of the Most High, insight from the Most High, and I put one foot in front of the other. When I look up years later, it's amazing. It is amazing. And what I can say at this point in this particular journey or this space in my life, a lot of you gonna suffer. Yeah, I said it. You don't want to hear that. But a lot of you are going to suffer. Why, Chef? The first thing comes to my mind is, one, a lot of people don't know how to be on time. We show up late to the party. Excuse me. We show up late to the party. We want to kiki and ha-ha, oh my God, you stepped on my shoe and all this, But a lot of y'all have forgot your purpose and you don't want to be on time. Everything in this world system runs on timing. The Most High exists outside of time, we know that. But if you're going to do great in your life, one, you can measure anybody up by one if they're on time. I don't let people waste my time at all. I do not allow it. And you shouldn't either. If a person can't respect your time, then you have just cut them off. Because what that's going to do is going to pull you down. Another thing I notice, to those of you, when you see certain levels of success, in particular my situations, yes, I'm a melanated entrepreneur. It's in my blood. You'll see it in the book. I won't say, but it's very interesting. I suggest you get a copy. We'll have a pre-sale pretty soon. But the jealousy that we've experienced is unreal. I tell them quick, you're not going to go to Mr. Charlie or Walmart's job and walk in there late. You're going to get fired. But for some reason, people think because you're young, not that I'm all that old or young, I'm outside of time, outside of age. And in many ways, I've been here before. But it breaks my effing heart to see that a lot of you are quitting jobs because it's not $25 an hour. I get it. Yes, in a good and perfect world, a lot of people want to make $25 an hour. But what you have to realize is that the economy has shifted. The economy has actually shifted. So there was a time that you could get a $20 an hour job, and you still can. But just know, just because you don't get a $20 an hour job doesn't mean it's the end all be all. In this season, the way things are moving, you may have to get two $12 an hour jobs and make $24 an hour and go from there. Oh, that's too much like work. That's too much like work. I rode to Labor Ready with a bicycle with one pedal in the snow and ate cold oatmeal and a half a slice of banana from the Salvation Army when I got on my journey. Some of you say, oh, that's you, Chef. Yeah, it might have been me. But that is what I had to go through to become successful. When I look up years later, I see so many of you who are living by other people's narratives. You're living, by other people's narratives. You haven't even mapped out your own course. And I am saying to you, to those of you who have not mapped out your course, a lot of you, as my friend Weezy or Wayne would say, get down or lay down. It's serious business. We are in a time now, 2025, that God is requiring the best out of you. He's requiring the best out of me. He's requiring it. It's no other way. It brings tears in my eyes to see how many of you want to get to the top, but you're too busy looking at me and what I've accumulated. And we're here to provide things for you, with love. Shout out to Kay, a real warrior. So I'm letting y'all know, you can talk all day, you can talk all night, you can formulate your opinions, but guess what? I'm independent. I write my own checks, just like some of you write your own checks. So that's the word for today. A lot of you are going to miss it. A lot of you are going to miss it. You work in one job, you quit. You know what I'm saying? You look somebody dead in their face and blame the Lord, put the Lord in it. Oh, God gave me a job. Oh my God, thank you. I just got off the phone with my pastor and all this. All that hoopla. Don't even show up. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. So not only are you lying to yourself, you done put God in the mix. You have put God in the mix of this whole conversation. Now, you not only had the blood just reflecting on yourself, now you got to answer to the Most High for that, because you done drug a whole entity into this thing, and you won't even for real. God not pleased with you. You talking to a warrior serial entrepreneur and would die behind it. I believe it. And not saying that in a negative way to get my channel flagged. But when you believe in something and it has worked, don't expect to have a lot of friends. Don't let anyone pull on you, to pull on your battery, on your frequency field. Because there's many people out here that will pull on you. Today is a day that I took off from everything. To get into nature, to feel the rain, to recenter, reground myself. Because I've given so much of myself to you. And those of you who know, you know. It's not a physical thing. Well, it's everything. Entrepreneurially, But the worst thing to do, the worst thing I've seen is I have believed in people who don't even believe in themselves. Today, that day stops. In 2025, if you don't believe in you, then I don't know what to tell you. Michael Jackson said it. I believe in me, so you believe in you, so help me say. I'm not playing with this thing. This is real spiritual warfare, just spiritual judgment as well. And the judgment is on two different, well, in my opinion, there's a couple of factors. The first factor is, one, to those who have done people a certain way. You can take that conversation globally, or you can take it locally, or take it to your household. Those of you who have done people wrong, who have stolen, who have pillaged, who have done a lot, but never gave an account for these particular actions. Now, again, That conversation can extend globally, or it can be locally, or take it to your household. So you define the narrative of your span. But you believe in the Lord. If the Christian God says do not kill, why do you? Just saying. If the Christian God says thou shalt not lie or bear false witness, why did you do this? It's very disheartening. And I'll leave that there. But the second judgment I'm talking about is the judgment on you. Judgment on me. The judgment of people who have not leveled up. Who have, God, the Most High, has given you gifts. And year after year, you still talking about it. But you want to talk about other people, but you won't even look in that mirror to face what you need to face. Like my friend Nathaniel would say, now how you doing? Yeah, really. This is not about the outward appearance, y'all. This is about leveling up before you call back home. And only the serial war, only the warrior is going to make it. The wind feels good today. And I suggest y'all take time to really do not let people pull on your battery. Do not let anyone take your emotional energy. Get into nature. Get into nature where you can see, where you can breathe. You know what I'm saying? But get into nature. Right now, when I look back, so you can heal and draw from the land. When I look at everything that I put into the community, I've paid a price for it. Physically, mentally, spiritually, always been pretty tight. But I'm saying, the time is over for that now. To those of you who are carrying other people's baggage, other people's weights, you better tell them they better pick it up themselves, because God gave them a brain, 2 arms, 2 legs, just like you. And what I'm saying to you, if they don't want to pull their own wagon, that's on them. And some of you need to let them go. I know today is the day I decided to let a lot of things go. You have people that look you in your face and swear up and down they want a job, they want this, they want that, and will not show up. And I'm not saying that's just for me. I'm just saying I've experienced that, And, God not pleased. God is not pleased with that behavior. So no matter how much you shake it up, the Most High is not pleased with that at all. Not pleased. You know what I'm saying? How are you going to get out the pit? How are you going to get out the pit if you are literally, you're not being held accountable for your own actions? So on that note, it's beginning to rain out here. It feels good. Rain is a beautiful thing. So I'm going to leave y'all on that note. Cut off the dead weight. Those who are not willing to pull their own weight must be cut off. So with that, I'm going to say peace and blessings. The rain is coming down. And this is my weekend for a mental health break. A day just to have a break to myself, to regather my energy. But those of you who are walking around here lying to people and you don't have the testicular fortitude, as a minister would say, to pick up a phone and say, you know what, I don't want to do something. You choose not to say nothing at all. God not pleased. And you know what? When your options run out, that's when all this truth will hit you. Man, I did this person that way. I did this. Oh my God. And by then you better pray that it's not too late. So I'm out. Chef Joseph's Kick Sauce and Entrepreneurs channel. Like and subscribe to this channel. Please hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. We're going to be talking about a lot of this as well. Told you I got a book dropping as well. I had a writer's block for a couple of weeks, but I'm getting back on that this weekend. So yeah, take some time for yourself. Get out in nature and look again. If no one is pulling their own weight, do not pull it for them. Life has to teach them if they're not willing to teach themselves. Okay? So I'm done. Y'all have a good one. Peace out.